What's up, guys and gals? All right, so I just wanted to come on and chat with you guys. If I'm looking like two different places, that's because I'm looking at Instagram and YouTube and Amazon, and my eyes are like going different spots. All right, so if you are new to my YouTube channel, be sure to go ahead and click the subscribe button. If you are just browsing around and you found me on Instagram, make sure you follow me. We are 1 week postpartum. How many days is that? 9 days? 8 days, I think. 8 days. Yes. Yesterday was 1 week, so today's day 8. All right. So I just wanted to come on and share with you guys because I've been getting a lot of questions about breastfeeding and give you guys some information. I've done some videos before about breastfeeding, and I think this one will be a little bit more organized and not all over the place. And I got my notes with me this way I can stay focused. If you guys have questions as we are talking, I will try to get to those while we're doing this live here at the same time. Hey, Kelly 242. Hey, Lisa. All right, so it's hot and I look greasy, don't I? My skin look oily. I'm not this oily at all. I don't know what's going on. It's the camera. All right, so I just wanted to talk to you guys about breastfeeding. All right, so the first thing I want to say is for my new moms, if you are thinking about breastfeeding, breastfeeding is no breast is best. But if you can't, if you don't want to, it's your option. For me, I'm all about the whole natural experience and doing what my body is supposed to do, and nourishing the baby. So the first thing you want to do is eat well. You don't have to wait till you start till the baby comes. You're supposed to eat well throughout, make it your lifestyle. So if you're not eating good, eat good. Eat. A lot of times people ask me, like, what should I eat for my milk supply? And it's all about nourishing your body the same way you're nourishing your body when you were pregnant, right? You still want to do those nourishing things, eating lots of greens, drinking plenty of water. I can't stress water enough. You can have coffee. 1 cup is not going to do too much harm. They say caffeine goes into the milk and give baby jitters and things like that. So you definitely want to watch your caffeine. There are some teas that have caffeine in it. So if you are a tea drinker rather than a coffee drinker, again, read labels and make sure you're not giving your body, giving your baby too much caffeine, and you wonder why the baby's cranky and can't sleep. That could be a reason. So water is your best friend. And if you don't like to drink water, you better get with it. Drink a lot of water. So if your pee is like that dark yellow, you're not drinking enough water. So make sure you're drinking water. Eating protein. If you're not eating enough protein, you could take a protein supplement. I use First Form. Anything that I'm talking about in this video, if you are on a YouTube, it's going to be in the link in the description. Or if you're on Amazon, it's in the carousel below, right? You could check that out. And if you're on Instagram, look, I'm multitasking. If you're on Instagram, it's going to be in the link in my bio right there that will take you to it, right? So, and let's get back to supplements. So eating, if you're not eating enough protein, you want to take a protein supplement. You can do your own research. Don't take anything that I'm saying in this video as law, right? I'm telling you what works for me, what's worked for me throughout the years. This is my 4th go around with breastfeeding. Let me tell you guys a quick story about my first time, and this is like especially for my first time mom. It's all about patience, right? When I just had I was a first time mom. I was in a hospital, and it was a bad experience. If you guys been following me for a long time, you guys know how that experience in the hospital went. Like, I went in there with what I wanted for my birthing. So I wanted all natural, and when I went, my water had already broken. So they were already stressing me to do things that I didn't want to do, and I had to like stick to my ground, right? After going through like 17 hours of labor with my first one, once we got to the point where now she's here, right? The first thing you want to do is put the baby on the breast, right? So as soon as they catch her, or any of my kids, so as soon as they come out, they go right on my chest, right? And usually they fish for it. Baby comes looking for the boob, especially like With Caleb, which is my third, he was greedy. He went straight. He came out the vagina looking for the boob already. So with Nyla, I didn't, which is my first. I really didn't get that good experience with her because when she first came out, they gave me her, right, and it was like a quick hug and a kiss, and then they took her away to clean her. Lesson learned for baby 2, 3, and 4 didn't happen again, right? So what I did is once they caught the baby comes right to me, and we get that bonding time, however long that bonding time is for you and baby, like 30 minutes, an hour. So my second one was a home birth, and that was much easier, because I'm at home and I can do everything. So we got to bond forever, right? And then with Caleb, I think we did like an hour of bonding time. And even with my Caleb now, we did an hour of bonding time, and I got to breastfeed them, all three of them, right then and there. Once they came out, right? Before anybody took them to go clean them, anything. Baby's on my chest, and all of that. Like I'm waiting to push out the placenta and everything, and baby's still there, and we're getting that bonding time. So I can't stress to you guys how important that is. So make sure you try to get that bonding time, if possible, right when the baby comes out, before they go clean them and do anything to them, because they come seeking for the breast, right? So the next thing I want to say is, aside from the bonding time, is patience, right? We are gonna assume that the baby isn't getting milk. Remember, your body, you just had the baby, so milk is not coming out, right? It's colostrum that's coming out, that yellow thing, right? And baby's not hungry. We think that the baby's hungry maybe because they're crying, and we don't know. Like, and again, back to my first experience when I had Nyla, she was boohoo crying, and I started crying. We were all in there crying. I didn't know what to do. Like, it was 17 hours of labor. I was stressed the fuck out. And then this baby is crying, and I'm like, maybe she's not getting enough milk. And instead of the nurse like consoling me or sending a lactation specialist in, what she did was like, oh, just give her the bottle. Like, they just like, give her the bottle, right? And that just ruined the whole breastfeeding experience for me, because I suckered in and gave her the bottle, and from there it was hell. Like, when I got home, trying to breastfeed her, um, trying to do the bonding thing and breastfeeding for her, it didn't work out well. So I ended up pumping, and pumping was a disaster because I just wasn't pumping enough, pumping often enough. I was giving her mostly bottle, and I was tired, and the pumping was just not producing enough milk. And that probably lasted like 2, 3 months of us trying to pump, and I was barely getting anything out. Maybe like 2, 3 ounces twice a day, right? And that's the most that I got out of the first time. And like I said, lesson learned from that first experience about sticking to your guns, going in there with a plan, being patient with the whole breastfeeding process, because it is a process. Baby's awake. Hold on, you guys get to see breastfeeding. No. Hey. Hi. Say hi, guys. Say hi. You the baby. It's my little old man. He's like screwing up his face. All right. So being patient, guys, that is it, right? So remember, baby is not hungry when they first come out. They're not about, even though they're sucking on their hand and you may feel like they're not getting enough milk, they are. Baby's tummy is really, really, really small. We're the ones that's greedy, right? Look, he's looking. You see? He's looking for his hand, trying to eat it. Yeah, yeah. Right, so I always check the diaper, make sure he's not wet or he hasn't pooped when he wakes up, to make sure he's comfortable when I'm feeding him, right? So the next thing I want to tell you guys, which is on my list but not in this order, is get you a pillow, right? One of these little nursing pillows, right? And then what you want to do is find what position works for you and baby. So for him, he's super tiny. So we do like the football hold a lot because he's so small. And this way my hands get to rest, right, with the nursing pillows. I just scoot him on here, push him up underneath my armpit, right? All right. And then what you do is just bring the baby to the breast. Yes? Don't bring the breast to the baby. And then just wait for him to open his mouth whenever he finds it. And then, like, I try not to hold his neck too much or his head. I let his body do what it's supposed to do. And he's still half asleep. Man, we're good to go. All right. So the next thing on my list is sometimes it can be painful, especially the first one. Sometimes the baby isn't latching well. So if you're still in a hospital or birthing center and you're not confident with the latch, you can always talk to a lactation specialist. They're super great. They're more patient than the nurses are in a hospital environment sometimes. And sometimes there's a nurse there that's even educated on how to get that look at the latch for you if you're not comfortable. But I'm going to tell you guys, like, for him, the first 4 days it was painful because I don't know if he wasn't latching well. Like, when I looked at it, he was latching okay. I asked the nurse before I left because I don't know, his latch was just different. I think it's just how he was positioning his mouth. It was just different. And for anybody that says sometimes it's not painful, it can be painful, right? But you want to stick with it. Don't stop because it hurts. If you're adamant about the breastfeeding, continue doing it. Tough it out. The I would say the pain will subside. It will go away. Baby will get a good, better latching for you guys, for both of you guys, because for you and him, emotionally for you, and feeding for him, and you guys will be great. So again, if you're not comfortable with how the baby's latching, definitely talk to like a lactation specialist and reposition, find a hold that is good for you and the baby. Like for me, like again, we do the football, so he's underneath. I have the pillow so I can let him loose, right? And just let him lay there. My hands could be free. I could do stuff. And I don't get carpal tunnel from breastfeeding. And next thing, okay, so you want to, if you feel like you're not getting enough milk, remember, baby, its stomach is small, right? We're the greedy ones. We're the one that eat a lot. You eat the food. The baby just takes what they need, especially when they're breastfeeding. They take what they need in comparison to bottle feed. Next, so what you want to do, you can feed on demand, which is when the baby wants it, right? And you can tell when the baby wants it, and they go looking, they're about to pop off their neck trying to find the boob. Or you could feed every 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes the baby will sleep longer than other times. So if you know it's been past 2 3 hours that the baby's been sleeping, wake them up. You can make the baby uncomfortable because a lot of times when they're comfortable, they just go right back to sleep on the boob. Right? You don't want them to use your breast as a pacifier. So you take off their clothes, play with the bottom of their feet like this. So you grab. Look at these little tiny feet. Oh my goodness. So what you want to do is just stroke your finger from their toes all the way down to the bottom of their heels. And it usually wakes them up. You hear him? And it wakes them up, right? Because sometimes they get comfortable on the boob and just go to sleep. And you're like, listen, wake up. Right? And again, like you could undress them. And undressing is great because you get to do that skin to skin. Like we do a lot of skin to skin. I definitely recommend that. Breastfeeding is the best. Like it's super bonding. Like, I mean, it's like a different experience. I love it. I don't know about anybody else, but the baby looking at you and you like, my eyes meet your eyes. I love you. All right. So feed on demand or feed every 2 to 3 hours. Once your milk comes in, the milk takes about 48 hours to come in. Right. So again, be patient with it. If you're thinking like day one and baby's still not getting enough, or day two, Be patient with it. Sometimes it may take a little longer for your milk to come in. What you want to do sometimes is like when you're breastfeeding the baby, right? You can massage your boob. So you massage the breast, or you could do the stroking movement where you're like squeezing it down into the nipple as you're feeding the baby, right? So that those are techniques that you could do for the milk and all of that stuff for baby, right? Um, and then by day 48, you can start, like once your milk come in, you can start pumping. You probably won't get a lot. So when you're pumping, and even if you're pumping and you're probably getting like little droplets and it's just like maybe 1 ounce, remember when you're pumping, it's not pumping for then, it's like pumping for the next time. So think of it this that way. Like it's not for now, but for the next time, right? So you want to produce more milk, you want to pump more. And the best time for me, I will tell you, when to pump is like right after you fed the baby. So you fed the baby right now, and I'm done. Like I would just go pump right after. And again, you may not get a lot because the baby just drank. Sometimes they don't drink to empty out the breast. Sometimes you don't even get to switch boobs, right? So you could start with the breast that um, the baby did not suck on at all, and then pump, and then still pump for the other one that the baby nursed on too at the same time. All right. So what else I got on here? Take your cues from the baby. Baby's not hungry. It's not all the time baby's crying that they're hungry. Eating healthy, drinking a lot of water. So if you are trying everything and you still feel like you're not getting enough milk, you're doing the pump. So when you're using the pump, right? I use the Medela pump, right? So when you're using the pump, sometimes it is the cup that's that you're using on a nipple could be the wrong one. So if you're pumping and it hurts, make sure they come in different sizes for these things. A lot of times when you buy them, it comes with that one generic size, but you could get different sizes for the breast because not everybody's breast is like this size, right? So you could get a different size for the attachment here, and use that. And you can pump while you're breastfeeding. So if you're gonna nurse on one side, you could be pumping. I have the bra where you just slip it in, and it just hangs there, and you like a cow. All right. So then you do you're eating well, you're drinking water, you do what do they call flangs? That's what they're called. I don't know. Well, yeah, right. Everybody's nipple size is different. So for these things here, um, so you're eating well. You want to still be taking your prenatal vitamins, right? Because you still want that baby to get the folic acid and all the vitamins. Because a lot of times you're not eating enough. Hey, you're not eating enough to nourishment, so you want to make sure you're getting enough. So the vitamins I use, again, it's the same thing from First Form. It's the Prenatal Plus. Hi, what are you doing? Go quick, okay. Oh, thank you.
All right, come. Come now. You gonna stuff mama with goldfish?
Thank you. Mmm. Mmm.
All right, come on. Here.
Caleb. So I'm forced to eat whatever he gives me.
Up to
All right, so, huh? So,
look nice.
Oh, really, Oliver? I was so greedy. Right, so you can, and then I drink the mother's milk tea. I drink it anyway, all the time. Whether or not, look, Nuffy. Whether or not the milk, I don't have a milk problem. With Caleb was good, Naomi was good, and Kaylin seems like he's doing a good job with the nursing. So the mother's milk tea, right? So this is why, this one's organic. This is why I choose this one. So based on research that I've done personally, right? 3 ingredients you want to look for in whatever lactation, what do you call it? Whatever lactation promotion product you're using, right? So if you're looking for something that's going to increase your milk supply, You want to look if it has fenugreek in it, if it has fennel in it, and if it had blessed thistle, right?
Sorry.
Those three are the main ingredients that, based on some research, and again, if you're on YouTube, or I'm gonna post it in the description, the research that I found for these. So case study shows that if it had those three ingredients, and if it is liquid in liquid form, is the best form to drink to help promote your milk supply, right? Increase your milk production. So mother's milk tea has all three. It has the fennel fruit, it has fenugreek, and it has blessed thistle herb and other things in it. But those are the three things that you look for when you're looking for lactation, right? And then this time I got these cookies because I saw them. You know, you buy something on Amazon and they recommend something else. So I was like, oh, let me try these cookies. All right, so they're lactation cookies. And if you're on Amazon right now, all of these are in the carousel, right? So these are the actual cookies. So they have cookies. Can you see it? Munchkin makes these. And I'm telling you, I tried one packet and they taste pretty good. So all you need is one packet a day. They said based it's lactation consultant recommended, right? And these ones already come made in the cookie form. There's some other ones that I saw that was just like the dough and you had to go bake it. I wasn't about that life. So I got this one that comes in here and it has fenugreek in it as one of the main ingredients. And that was the only ingredient out of the three that I named that was in there. Hey, Caleb. So I gotta hide these cookies from Caleb because he a cookie and Naomi because they cookie mindset. Look.
No, you want lactate, man? Don't produce milk. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
So one serving. It says one bag is one serving, right? I'm telling you, these things are pretty good. And again, I found these on Amazon. So hold up. If you're on Instagram right now, you can go to my bio and you will see them. Where it says Amazon favorites, it's on the list. My Amazon favorites. So you're gonna see the milk, mother's milk thing in there. And I use these. I started buying these when I got pregnant the second time because the first time was such a bad experience. I decided to do my own research and I'm like, look, this is second baby. I am gonna make sure this breastfeeding thing works out. And I wanted to be so successful with the breastfeeding. So I started doing all this research on how to increase milk supply, what I needed to do on my end, to help that. And like I said, when I researched, the three ingredients I found was fenugreek, fennel, and blessed thistle in there. And this is the tea that had all of them. It's a herbal tea, organic, right? You can I buy these by like the big box. So this big box, and it came like 6 of these big boxes on Amazon for like $35, right? It's 32 tea bags in 6 of these, right? And again, look, if you see an ingredient on the CC, it says fennel and fenugreek. Can you see it? Kind of close up on this thing so it doesn't blur, but yeah, I see that, right? And I drink the tea. So what I do, like I drink one tea bag in the morning, and then I have another tea bag in the afternoon, and I use that same tea bag that I use in the morning with the second one, and then reuse the tea bag. Did you add anything to it? No. So when I drink tea, I'm a tea drinker, so I don't like sweeteners in the tea, so I just drink it just like that. So like honey or sugar, no, you can, I guess, if you want to sweeten it with honey or agave. Agave is a good substitute for honey. That's AGAVE. So if you don't want to use honey and it's less sugary, right? Less calories, right? So you can use agave, or brown sugar if you want. But again, like when I drink tea, even regular ginger tea or green tea, I don't add sweeteners in it. I just add water and that's it. So it's up to you if you want to Put and again, and look, it says caffeine free. I don't know if you can see that. Caffeine free right here. Promotes healthy lactation. And these cookies are pretty good, I'm telling you. This says from Munchkin Milk Makers. And it says 10 per container. So it has 10 bags of cookies, and all you need is one bag. This is my second bag. Um, in like the past 2 days. So I tried it when it just came because I was like, maybe these cookies don't taste good. But I'm telling you, these cookies taste really good. So, and all you need is one bag. So you can spread it out between that and um, the tea, right? And again, like you can just drink the, for me, the tea alone works. I just got the cookies just to get the cookies because Amazon put it in there and I was like, let me see, try this out. All right, so then make sure you got last thing. Make sure you have a comfy bra, right? You don't want to strap down the boobs too tight. You want to make sure they're comfortable, and you can let them hang loose at night. I don't know. Like I don't wear a bra when I sleep. It is not comfortable. So, but that's all I got, guys. I hope that you guys learn stuff, and your new mommies again. The first 48 hours, milk does not come in. Work on the bonding. Baby's not super hungry when they come out. So if they're crying, it's probably not because they're hungry, unless they're greedy, like Caleb was greedy. But most of the time, like they'll suck on the boob, and that alone is comfort for them. And whatever little droplets they're getting out of it, um, it's enough for them, right? Because remember, their stomach is super tiny. Yes, if it's too tight, it hurts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The bra, right? Hey, we women, we have to deal with all of that stuff. Can Can you teach us how to massage to increase the breast milk? Right. So all you're doing is like all you're doing. So this is your boob, right? You're just rubbing it, right? Even when the baby's not on there, you could just massage. You could manually pump. You high. You can manually pump your breasts, right? You can manually pump. Like pretty much like I hate to use it, but like how they milk a cow, like you stroke the boobs and pull it towards the nipple. So you start from out here and then pull towards into the nipple, right? You don't want to be right at the tip of the nipples, right? Because you want to pump the breast. So you want to start from where your chest is, where your body is, where the boob, and then bring it and stroke it down. And you can see he's still stuck in. Every so often you gotta, and babies nurse a lot. That's another thing because they're so tiny and it's not a lot coming out. Um, so they do nurse a lot. For when I say a lot, I mean like a longer time. So just make sure you switch the boob. Look at him, he's milk drunk. He's milk drunk. Look at that face. Hmm? So all they do, eat, poop, and sleep at this point. All right, so I hope that helped you guys. If you guys have any questions, or if you're watching this on the replay and you have questions, go ahead and shoot it in the comments below. Um, what must taste bad? The tea. The tea doesn't taste bad. Honestly, just don't. To me, it doesn't have a taste at all. And again, like I'm not a big sugar person, so even regular tea, I don't add sugar in it. But you can definitely sweeten it, right? So that's, and drink your water and eat good. So later on in the next coming weeks, I will post some of my meals on my Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, be sure to follow me, Get Up with Nards, or at the Cunningham Family _ You can. I'm gonna be posting some stuff. It's not fancy meals, just eating healthy. Nothing special or specific. Um, Again, so as long as you're eating healthy and drinking a lot of water, I can't stress water enough. Water, 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 water. All right. And I think that's all I got for you guys. I tried to keep it. Do I still drink my shake? Yes. So I drink my shake. So this is how my meals are set up. So like I'll eat breakfast. So my meals, when I say meals, like food, like actual plate of food. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I'll have snacks in between. And that's just pretty much how my meals are structured all the time. Even when I'm not breastfeeding, sometimes I'll eat mini meals throughout the day. Um, when I'm in like the fat loss mode and I just want to be real super strict. But right now I'm doing three breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then two snacks, right? And a snack could be a shake. So, and that's how I do that to increase my protein supply for that. You weak? And again, I get all my supplements from First Form. So if you're on Instagram, you can find that in my link in my bio, and on YouTube, you'll see it in the description. And again, if you're on Amazon right now, everything that I've spoken about is in the carousel. You can find it. Oh yeah, and if you want, make sure you get like the little cream for your boob, right? So I have this one. It came with the pump, Medela, right? For the sore boobs. Eventually the soreness will go away, and then I do have another one. It's vegan. It's in my Amazon favorite one, but that's in like my diaper bag that's in my car. But it's like plant based as well. So if you guys are vegan or want to make sure you're not giving the baby anything, that one's plant based. So for the nipple cream, right? And then you could get. For me, I don't leak. I've never experienced leakage. I know sometimes some women leak, but I don't leak with the boob. But you could get those little pads, to put in your bra if you leak. How has been adjusting been? Adjusting. I'm still adjusting. I don't think I've adjusted yet. So Oliver's been home, so the reality hasn't sunk in yet. But when he goes back to work, he actually goes back to work tomorrow. Because his job doesn't give like full paternity leave. So he goes back to work tomorrow, and it will be an adjustment. It's going to be just me and them. And then this week, when he's at work, his schedule is different. So he only works 6 hours out of the day, and for most days. And then it will be for me like waking up is the hard part because the baby sometimes he nurses a lot at night. He gets up and feeds like every 2 hours or 90 minutes. Last night it was more like he was in a cluster feeding, so it was like every hour, and I really had to like sit up and turn on the light every time because I didn't want to like fall asleep. I was like a zombie right now. Yeah, so the adjustment period has not really hit me yet. So next, ask me at the end of next week, and I'll tell you how it's been when it's gonna just be me and the four of them. Caleb's adjusting nice. He kisses the baby all the time. Sometimes he just don't pay him any attention, but he's always looking for him in the bassinet, right? Look at him. That's all he wants. Food. Look. I don't look like a zombie. Look, I just fixed myself up. I come look. I literally just washed my hair, and I was like, let me put this in a ponytail real quick and do this live video. I was gonna do like a video where I was and then edit it, but because I didn't want to sit at the computer to edit because I just really felt tired, I was just like, let me just do this live. I'm telling you, like, can you see my eyes? They're a little red. The camera's playing tricks, but I'm tired. Yeah, so to me, this is the first time I had to adjust to having a toddler and a baby at the same time. And when I say toddler, I mean like he's 15 months. Still wants a lot of attention. He's super active. He gets mad if he doesn't go on his morning walks, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna, like I said, talk to me next week. You might not even see me on social media next week. You're like, Nari, where you at? You okay? Because it's definitely gonna be an adjustment for us, for all of us. Look, his eyes are open. He's looking right. So we have to get a routine going and work on that, and that's gonna be my next area of focus. Like getting a routine going. Right now, like I just been like slacking because Oliver's home, but definitely have to get a routine and try to make it work and then fit in exercise into being a zombie right now. And don't ask me what I'm eating. I'm eating whatever Oliver gives me right now. So I had to tell him today, like, no more rice. Give me potato instead. Like he eats a lot of rice. So I have to be like, listen, cut back on the rice and give me some sweet potato and vegetables, and so right. But he's been doing well with the cooking for us, and next week, well, this week I should say, I'm gonna be cooking more for myself and kids going to school, virtual learning, them being in the house, dropping off and picking up one. One goes to school in person, and there's only like 5 kids in her class, which is super great for us. And everyone had to be COVID tested prior to going to school, and your family members, so whoever lived in your household, also had to be COVID tested. So that's why we were comfortable with sending her in person, because first grade and virtual learning was just not happening for us. We had the option of virtual learning for her, and honestly, I just had to tell myself like I was not going to be able to do it. We tried it the first week, and it was mommy, 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 nonstop. I was like, this is not going to work when this baby comes. I mean, like break time, mommy, lunchtime, mommy, gym time, mommy. She's in class, mommy. The teacher's not at the computer, and I'm like, maybe she's helping another student. Well, can you help me? I just want to be like, listen, mommy's not here. Mommy is not here. So I had to like tell Oliver, like, listen, she has to go. I love her, but she gotta go. There's no way I'm gonna be able to attend to her, Caleb, and the baby. Mommy, mommy, mommy. So we put her in person. So all I have to do is focus on dropping off and picking up. Nala does really good at home. That's how my 7th grader and virtual learning. Really, Nala does pretty good. She's in 5th grade. Hmm. Uh, uh. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. She does pretty well with the virtual learning, but I'm telling you, Naomi, she's needy. That's her father's. She's her father's child. Like she has Oliver's personality all the time. I swear, he calls my name like a million times. I'm like, I just want to sleep in, right, baby? Oh, he thinks you give him all the answers. Oh my god, Nala's doing pretty good. Like me and her had a talk, and she does really well listening. Imagine kindergarten. Oh my god, I can imagine, you guys. I can just imagine. That's just rough. This coronavirus, like this is the first time I've had a baby, and none of my family members aren't here to help. Like my sister was like, she called me. She's like, "Oh, you're up on your feet and you're moving around. That's good." And I'm like, "Yeah, because I have no choice. None of you guys are here." Because she was like, "Last time you had Caleb, you was just in the bed, and I thought we had to come check on you." And now it's just like, got hiccups? Hmm? Now it's just like, just us having to make it work. Hmm? What's that? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So I can imagine you guys with the whole little ones. Yes, pre-K and all right, guys. So we're gonna go. What's the matter, huh? Got hiccups, yes? You guys have an awesome, awesome Saturday. What's the matter? Mhm. And we're gonna get some rest because he's tired. Me too. I'm tired. We'll chit chat later, another time. You guys have a good one. Let me see. Can I close this? Let me end Instagram. And then I can end. Oh, when will I start posting my postnatal workouts? So for those, I probably won't start posting until November. And I'll be doing a postnatal program. So if you're YouTube right now, you can sign up for my newsletter. I'm going to post a link in the description below for you guys to sign up for the newsletter so you can get the information on when that's going to come out, what equipment we're going to be using. It's going to be a progressive program because, again, we're coming back from just having a baby. So it's like starting over. So if you're starting your fitness journey or if you just had a baby, it will be great because we will build together. We will rebuild together. And that's how that will work. And again, progressive means so we start from the lowest level, like beginner phase, and then work our way up to improving our fitness level back to where it was. So you guys can check that out. I will be posting more information on that in the next coming weeks on how to sign up and things like that. And again, on YouTube, I'll occasionally drop a video, maybe like once a week on that, and a full-length video once a week, and then but the entire program will be in my app for you guys to rock with me if you want to do that way. All right, so you guys have an awesome Saturday. Let me go and broadcast. How do you end? Man. Hey guys, and before you go, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram if you're not doing so, or on my Facebook. See you next time.